Ah, okay, so kahapon yung pinag-usapan natin ay mga gates, no, quantum gates. Ngayon, ang sabi ko na titignan natin ay yung Bloch sphere or yung Bloch rotations. So, uh, this is another way to interpret yung kung paano gumagawa yung or kung paano yung action ng mga quantum gates. So, ito yung tinatawag na Bloch sphere. Okay, okay. And itong Bloch sphere na to is very similar lang din sa spherical polar coordinate system. So, if you recall, sa spherical polar coordinate system, meron kang radius, okay, radius ng sphere, and then meron ka nitong angle na phi, and then yung angle na theta. Ang angle na theta is measured with respect to the z-axis. And yung angle na phi is along the XY plane. So walang bago dito. Ang bago lang dito is how the qubit is represented in this block sphere. Okay. Now, ang siguro ang isa pang bago dito is that now we're going to use yung complex numbers to represent uh, a qubit dito sa block sphere. Okay, so alam natin na ang complex number can be written as z is equal to r times exponential I alpha. Okay, na kung saan yung r dito is the radius of the sphere. In this case, ang radius ng sphere lang dito is 1. Okay, and yung alpha dito is yung angle, okay, between 0 and 2 pi. Okay, so general expression yun for a complex number. And then pag ginamit na natin yan sa qubit state, so yung qubit state is written as let's say A ket 0 plus B ket 1. Okay. So yung amplitudes ngayon ay isusulat natin in terms of yung the complex number. Okay, so B is equal to R2 exponential I alpha, alpha 2. Okay, so and alam natin na ang A squared plus B squared ay equal sa 1, which means na pag sinulat natin to, this will be R. And remember, this is complex conjugate, so negative I alpha 1 times R. So ang R dito is real. And then R1 exponential plus I alpha 1. Okay. Yan yung A squared. And then yung B squared naman is R2 exponential I negative I alpha 2 and R2 exponential positive I alpha. Okay, kaya naging negative yan if you recall. Ang A squared is A star 8. So ang A star, yan, na complex conjugate, lahat ng I gagawin natin negative. Negative I. Okay, and this should be equal to 1. So eventually, we'll end up with R1 squared plus R2 squared ay equals sa 1. Okay, so since yung R1 tsaka R2 dito ay less than or equal to 1, okay, less than or equal to 1 kasi yung radius or yung amplitude nila is yung total amplitude is 1, right? So pwede nating isulat yung R1 as tawag dito some angle na cosine theta over 2 and yung R2 as some angle na sine theta over 2. So if we replace that dun sa expression natin dito, dyan, at saka dun, okay, what we'll end up with is ket psi equals cosine theta over 2 exponential I alpha 1 ket 0 plus sine theta over 2 exponential I alpha 2 ket, ket 1. Okay, and just for simplicity, okay, i-factor out ko yung exponential negative I alpha 1. So, ibig ko sabihin ay exponential I alpha 1 factored out. This gives us cosine theta over 2 ket 0 plus sine theta over 2 exponential negative, plus alpha 2 minus alpha 1 ket 1. Okay? Yan. Okay, now, um, itong angle na ito, we call this a global phase. Okay, and actually, in the physical sense, hindi siya relevant. Okay, hindi siya kailangan. Kasi when taking probabilities, you always, di ba, multiply itong ket by its bra. Okay. So squared, and alam natin na this corresponds to complex conjugate. Okay, so kung ano man ang value nito, yung magkakaroon na yan ng negative sign and you multiply it by its positive when you do this operation. Okay, so mawawala yung global phase na yan. Okay? And tinawag siyang global phase kasi phase siya nung buong superposition ng system. Okay, so what we end up with actually is so we can actually write yung buong wave function as cosine theta over 2 ket 0 plus sine theta over 2 exponential I, and then let's say na phi. Okay, ket 1. Yun na kung saan yung phi is alpha 2 minus alpha 1. So, ang kinaganda sa expression nito is that you now have just two variables to deal with, yung theta at saka yung phi, which are exactly yung variables na nandito, theta at saka yung phi. And this is how we represent yung wave function, okay, dun sa Bloch sphere. Okay, so dun sa Bloch sphere, yung theta again is yung angle with respect to the z-axis, and yung phi is the angle along the xy plane. Okay, and yung phi na yan can be imaginary. Okay. So yun yung ano dyan, yun yung representation nung anong tawag dito? Nung Bloch sphere. Okay? So I can continue on and show you a bunch of equations. Okay? Pero siguro ang kailangan lang natin tandaan dito is kung paano nag-work yung gates, right? So yung X gate actually, okay, if you recall yung X gate kahapon, okay, is a NOT gate. Okay? And kaya siya tinawag na X gate kasi it's a rotation about the x-axis. So, paano natin makikita yun dito? So, ang ginagawa ng X gate, if you apply X gate to 0, to ket 0, then okay, it becomes ket 1. Okay, nasaan ba ang ket 0? First of all, nasaan ba ang ket 0 dito sa Bloch sphere? Yung ket 0 is represented here, dito sa bottom ng sphere. Okay, and yung ket 1 is represented dun sa top ng sphere, sa North Pole, if we can, para lang mas madaling intindihan. So, if we apply yung X gate dun sa ket 0, then it becomes ket 1. So that's essentially a rotation, okay, about the x-axis. Okay, you're rotating yung vector that originally points to ket 0 towards ket ket 1. Okay? And we're going to see that dun sa ano mamaya, sa ang tawag dito, sa simulations mamaya. Okay. And when you apply uh, the NOT gate to ket 1, then you get ket 0. So, kung nandito originally yung vector representing ket 1, you apply a NOT gate, ang ginagawa niyan is ibabalik niya dito sa ket 0. Nakaturo, pababa. Okay? So, ganyan basically yung ginagawa ng mga gates. Yung Y gate was named Y gate because it's a rotation about the Y axis. And yung Z gate is a rotation about the Z axis. Okay. Now, dito, makikita rin natin yung representation ng ibang basis. So, kung titignan ninyo, merong basis representation ng plus at saka minus. And if you recall, yung plus, we get the plus by applying yung Hadamard gate sa ket 0, then we get yung plus. Okay, and yung Hadamard gate applied to 1, then we get yung ket minus. Okay, so ang ginagawa ng Hadamard gate ngayon is nirorotate niya yung vector from this state, okay, going to that state. Okay, if you apply the Hadamard gate. And ang ginagawa rin niya pag ket 1 naman, it rotates the vector from this state to that state. Okay, so nasa positive x yung ket plus, and then nasa negative x yung ket minus. Now, itong y na ito, positive tsaka negative y, these are actually imaginary numbers. So this is plus I, and that's minus I over there. So yung xy plane mo is a complex plane. Okay, and that's why tawag dito yung rotation, yung y gate, okay, is described in terms of yung imaginary numbers. Okay, and yung z gate, saan na ba yung z gate? Yung z gate is described as this. Okay, so this is a rotation about the z axis. Okay, and ngayon siguro maintindihan niyo na rin kung bakit meron itong mga numbers na exponential negative I pi over 2 saka pi over 4. So ang rotation ng S gate is just pi over 2, okay, from the z-axis towards the xy plane, and then pi over 4 theta lang yung T gate naman towards the xy plane from the z-axis. Okay, so ganun yung nangyayari dyan. Okay, so I hope na klaro yung at least yung significance ng block sphere. Ang notes na ipoprovide ko is yung mas malinis na notes, hindi itong ginagamit ko ngayon. So and then may additional information din dyan about block sphere, like yung general matrices or general matrices corresponding to yung mga general na rotations. Okay, so if you want to study that, then nandun lang din yun sa notes. Okay. Kahapon na discuss lang din natin is yung single qubit states. Okay. Ngayon, tignan naman natin ang 2-qubit states. Paano kung dalawa na yung qubits and they're interacting with each other? So how do you represent them? Okay. So if you have 2 qubits, okay, then there will be 4 possible combinations depende sa interaction nila. So for example, ket 0 interacting with ket 0, okay, and then ket 0 interacting with ket 1, and then ket 1 interacting with ket 0, and then ket 1 interacting with ket 1. Okay, so apat na yung possible states. Now, yung interaction nila is actually a tensor multiplication. Okay. So it's a tensor multiplication. So ang symbol na gagamitin natin is this. Okay, so there's a circle na may x sa gitna. So this is a tensor product. Okay. So, now, of course, it's ano no, tedious na isulat 'yan paulit-ulit kung ganyan yung ano, kung ganyan yung mangyayari. Ay kung ganito yung symbol na gagamitin natin. So sometimes sa ibang mga books ang ginagamit is ganito. Okay? Or ganito. Okay, so tinatanggal na nila yung ano, yung tensor na ano, tensor multiplication na symbol. Okay. Other times, ginagamit nila is simply this. Okay? And in some references then, ganito yung ginagamit nila. So they're actually using a decimal representation. Okay, base 10 representation. Okay, zero, yung interaction ng 0 to 0 is ket 0, but this is not a quantum ket. It's a decimal. It's not a binary ket, but it's a decimal ket. Okay, kasi decimal kasi 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, ito maintindihan ko na it can be confusing, di ba? So dapat when you do calculations, clear kung ano yung ginagamit nyo na notation. Kung ang notation na ginagamit nyo is base 10, okay, which is this one, or yung binary, okay, which are these notations. Okay, so lahat ang tawag dito sa mga states na to ay mga computational basis. So these are computational basis states, okay, in 4D. Okay. Now, paano ba natin titignan yung interaction nila? Okay. So we know na ang ket 0 okay, is 1, 0, right? So this is 1, 0, and then this is also 1, 0. Okay. To multiply this, ang gagawin natin ay first, we multiply itong 1 tsaka 1, so we have 1. And then multiply itong 1 tsaka 0, then we have 0. Okay, palitan ko yung color para mas clear. And then itong 0 tsaka 1, so this will become 0. And then ito naman, oops. Okay, and then yan naman ay 0, 0 sa ito. So 0 yung lalabas. Okay. So ganyan yung pag-multiply siya. Okay. Now, ito ngayon yung so this is now one of 4 basis kets. So ito ngayon mga basis kets na sila for 2 qubits. Kanina kahapon nung single qubit pa lang yung pinag-aaralan natin, ang basis ket lang is 0 and 1. Ngayon, dahil nag-interact ng dalawang qubits, 4 na yung basis kets. Okay, and this is one of the 4 basis kets. So pag ginawa natin yung ket 0 and then ket 1, then we get 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, and this will give us, okay, so ito 0, 1, so dito 0, and then 0, 0, that's also 0. Tapos red. So ito naman ay 1, 1, so dito 1, and then ito naman ay 1, 0, so this is 0. Okay, and you can sort of determine na kung ano yung mangyayari dito sa iba. So if we write out, oh sorry, if we write ket 1, okay, tensor product ng ket 1 sa ket 0, then we get 0, 0, 1, 0. And if we write yung tensor product ng 1 with ket 1, then we get 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay? So ito na ngayon yung 4 na basis kets. Pag 2 qubits na yung ginagamit. Okay, so these are also called computational basis. Okay, and yung wave function natin ngayon, okay, is written as in terms of these four basis kets. So yung amplitude muna ng unang basis ket, which is 0, 0. And then yung amplitude ng pangalawang basis ket, which is 0, 1. Amplitude ng pangatlong basis kets, which is 1, 0. And then yung amplitude ng pang-apat na basis ket, which is 1, 1. And of course, dapat sinusunod niya yung tawag dito, orthonormality condition. So dapat ang sum ng probabilities ng mga to must be equal to 1. Okay? Again, yung mga A, I, J na yan, they are complex numbers. Okay? Okay. Now let's take a look at 2-qubit gates. Okay. So, ang isa sa mga 2-qubit na gates ay tinatawag na CNOT gate. Now, it's called a CNOT. Okay. Kasi ganito yung ginagawa niya. Okay, so ang CNOT gate has this form. Okay, 0, 0. Dito 0 sa diagonal and then 1. And then 0, 0 and then 1 dito and then 0 sa diagonal. Okay? So it's dito lang yan nagkakatalo. Okay, diyan sa ano. Hindi siya identity matrix. Okay. So anong ginagawa ng CNOT gate? Siyempre, tignan natin ang ginagawa niya dun sa basis states. Diba? So if we have CNOT applied to the basis state 0, 0, then we get, okay, so 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. And then yung 0, 0 na basis state is 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, anong lalabas dito? Ang lalabas dito is just, okay, so, so 1 times 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. So that's just 1. Okay, and then 0 times 1, 0 times 1, okay, tapos 1 times 0, tapos 0, and then 0. So 0. And then 0 na yung lalabas dito sa mga to. Okay. And this is exactly the same as yung basis kit na 0, 0. Okay. Para sa CNOT 0, 1, what you'll get is also 0, 1. Okay, so iwan ko na sa inyo yung kung paano siya na-derive. Now, tignan natin ngayon pag CNOT, then 1, 0. So, anong ginagawa nito? So, we have 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. And then dito naman, 0, 0, 1, 0. Okay, so anong ginagawa nito? So, first, 1 times, so 1 times 0, 0 times 0, 0 times 1, and 0, 0. Okay, so, ang unang number dito is 0. And then ito naman, 0 times 0, 1 times 0, 0 times 1. Okay, so 0 yung next na number. Okay, tapos ito, 0 times 0, and 0 times 0, and 0 times 1, 1 times 0, that's also 0. Tapos dito, 0 times 0, 0 times 0, and then 1 times 1, so may 1 na tayo ngayon, and then 0 times 0, so 1. Oops. 1. Pero ano ba tong na to? Basis state na to. This is 1, 1. That's the basis state 1, 1. And then finally, yung C naught na 1, 1. Okay, ano ibibigay niya sa atin? So 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay. And then 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay. Anong ibibigay niya sa atin na basis state? So 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So that's 0. And then 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, and then 0. Then 0 times 0, 0 times 0, 0 times 0, and 1 times 1. So 1. Tapos yung huling-huli is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 times 0, and then 0 times 1. So 0. And this is yung basis kept na 1, 0. So, ano nangyari dito? So, how do we interpret this? Ang CNAT gate, ang ginagawa ng CNAT gate is that if yung first, okay, qubit is 0, then it doesn't flip yung second qubit. Okay? So it keeps yung state ng second qubit. Pero kung ang first qubit is 1, then it flips the second qubit. Okay? So ang tawag dito ngayon dyan sa first qubit is a control qubit. And ang tawag dito sa second qubit is a target qubit. Kasi based sa control qubit, you target the second qubit and flip it. Diba? So kaya siya tinawag na target qubit. Okay? Now, in quantum circuits, ang symbol ng CNOT gate ay given by this. So, ito yung isang qubit, ito yung pangalawang qubit. So, ito and then ito. Okay? So, I suppose mahulaan nyo kung ano dyan yung target qubit, ano? Kasi mukhang target. So, this is the target qubit. Okay? Mukha siyang bullseye. And this is the control qubit. Okay, now, maintindihan nyo na rin kung bakit siya CNOT kasi control NOT gate yun tawag sa kanya. Okay? Okay, so maraming applications din itong CNOT gate. Okay. Now, sa quantum circuits, if dito ang control qubit is yung qubit 1, so this is the first qubit and this is the second qubit. Okay, but if you want the second qubit to be the control qubit, okay, and you target the first qubit, you don't actually flip yung symbol. Okay, so walang ganyan na symbol sa circuits. But what you actually do is you use Hadamard gates. So ganito yung mangyari. Oops. So ito and then Hadamard and then another Hadamard. Tapos ito Hadamard. Tapos i-apply nyo ngayon yung yan. So, of course, dito, kung ito lang ang titignan natin, this is the control qubit at yan yung target qubit. Okay, pero yung action nitong buong circuit na ito is that ito yung control qubit at ito yung target qubit. Okay, so that's how you switch yung control at saka yung target between the two qubits. Okay. So tignan natin yan. Hindi natin kailangan gawin yung mathematics, pero tignan natin yan dun sa quantum circuits mamaya. Okay. And another important tawag dito, application of the CNOT gate is the swapping of the states. Okay. So pag sinabing swap, okay, ganito yung mangyayari. So ito yung okay, and then in target, okay, and then Okay. Yan. So, yan yung swap na circuit. Now, sabi ko, di ba, walang ganito. Okay. Hindi kayo makakita ng ganyan. Well, you use this para maano nyo ito. Para malagay niyo yan. Okay. So, this swaps yung dalawang bits. Okay. Tingnan natin yung effect yan mamaya dun sa circuit. Okay. So, yan yung mga quantum gates. Okay. So, ngayon, punta na tayo dun sa ating simulator. I'm going to stop share this. Okay, and okay, okay, and then share ko naman ito isang. Poser. Okay. Hindi ko alam kung tinry nyo na ano na na i-open yung yung Qiskit. Okay, so teka lang, anong nakikita ninyo? Ba yata to? Um, ito. Okay, so yan. Okay. So ito na yung ating composer. Okay, and let's see, anong unahin natin? So, syempre, tanggalin muna natin, single qubit muna tayo. Tanggal muna tayo ng qubits ito. Okay, and then, syempre, yung classical bit. Okay. So, kaya may classical bit kasi after you do, after you make a measurement, then it becomes a classical, tawag dito. Yung information is classical kasi you made the measurement eh. So, kaya importante itong seed nito. Okay, so let's start with, okay, so dito, single qubit, yung computational basis is, tawag dito, basis states I, 0 and 1, ket 0 tsaka ket 1. Now, ang default ng qubit na ito, okay, ang default niyan is, tingnan ko kung mapalaki kong konti. Ang default nito is 0. Ang default, kaya dito, it's 100% probability na 0 siya. So, anong una natin gagawin? So, let's do tawag dito, um, um, ket, an X. Okay, so, ang X is a CNOT. So, ito yung, sorry, NOT. So, ito yung NOT gate. Okay, so, yan ang NOT gate. Okay, so, nung in-apply natin yung NOT gate, then, yung ket 0 naging ket 1. And kung titignan nyo rito sa Blocksphere, okay, so before applying the NOT, okay, and then after applying yung NOT. So, na-rotate siya from 0 to 1. Okay. Okay, so dito sa Blocksphere na ito, yung ket 1 ay nasa baba. Okay, ito yung okay, state vector. Doon tayo sa Blocksphere. Okay, sa Blocksphere tayo. Yan. Okay, and yung phase angle is 0. So yun yung makikita yung dalawang numbers dyan. So, phase angle is 0 kasi di ma-measure siya with respect to the z-axis. So 0 yung angle niya. Okay, and again, if we remove this, then yung phase angle niya is also 0. Okay, ket 0, yung phase angle niya is 0. So, okay, then what about yung Y gate? So ito, apply natin yun yung Y gate. Okay, so now, it's a rotation about the Y-axis. So, it's, tawag dito na-rotate pa rin siya or na bago pa rin yung computational basis from 0 to 1. Pero if you recall yung black sphere na image kanina, okay, anong tawag dito? Ang rotation about the y-axis ay, ang rotation about the y-axis okay, will lead you to, from 0 to pi over 2 na angle. Okay, so ganito kaya ganyan yung nangyari. Okay, so may phase angle siya na pi over 2. So, pag sinulat mo to, may exponential I pi over 2 ka na phase angle dun sa ket 1. Okay? Okay, and then what about yung z-axis? So yung z-axis, okay, so walang ginagawa yung z-axis. Okay, kung ket 0 siya, pero kung papalitan natin ng value ito, hindi ba natin ito palitan? Okay, so ganito ang gawin natin. Para mapalitan natin ng value yan, para gawin natin 1, so apply muna tayo ng x. Okay, so 1 na siya. And then apply natin yung z. Okay, so ano nangyari? So before the z, ang phase niya is 0, pero after the z, ang phase niya is pi. So exponential pi, yung kanyang phase. Okay, and then syempre yung s, ang ginagawa ng s is um, rotation. Okay, with respect to ano yun, negative. Okay, so hindi siya mag-a-apply sa first phase. So kailangan i-apply, kailangan 1 muna siya. So S, yan. So naging pi over 2. If you recall dun sa matrix, is exponential I pi over 2. And if you apply yung T, this is I pi over 4. Yan. So I pi over 4 dun sa ket. Sa ket. Okay, so ganyan yung ginagawa ng mga ano na to. And of course, yung Hadamard. Okay. So if this is ket 0, then this will become okay, ket 1, okay, ket 0, half probability na ket 0, and then half probability na ket 1. Okay, so yun yung sa Hadamard game. Okay. Mm, dali. Okay. Download. Okay. So yan yung pag single qubit. Okay, what about for 2 qubits? Okay, so sa 2 qubits, siyempre kailangan din natin ng dalawang states. Okay, anong napansin nyo nung nagdagdag tayo ng qubit? Naging 4 na yung computational basis states. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, tsaka 1, 1. Okay? Yung gate na pinag-aralan natin una, yung 2-qubit gate na pinag-aralan natin is CNOT. So ito yung CNOT. So we're using yung first qubit as the anong tawag dito, as the control qubit, and yung second qubit as the target qubit. Okay, now, bakit walang nagbago dito? Kasi hindi pa tayo gumawa ng measurement. Okay, so we need to make a measurement. And ito yung measurement na. So ito, okay. Of course, walang magbabago pag minessure natin yung 0. Di ba? Yun naman ang alam natin. Pero pag minessure natin yung 1, okay. Well, supposedly, magbabago din dapat yan. So 0, 0. Kasi, okay. Kasi 0, 0 din pala ito. Okay, sorry. So dapat ang gagawin ko is kunin ko yung not, i-apply ko dito. Ulitin ko. So, kailangan gawin ko munang 1 ito. Yan. So, 1, 0 na siya. Okay. And then, i-apply natin yung CNOT. Okay. And then, saka natin i-measure. Yan. Okay. So, and if you want to measure yung... Okay, so ito ay 0, 1. So, sorry, 0, 0. And then, nung in-apply natin ito, naging 0, 1 siya. Okay. And then, nung in-apply natin ito, okay, nag-flip yung state. Sorry, mali. Dapat dito pala yan. Yan, okay. Okay, so nag-flip yung state. So, ito 1. And then, gusto natin kasi yung 1 yung control, di ba? So kung 1 ito, magbabago lang siya pag 1 yung value niya. So ganyan yung measurement. Okay. Yan. So 1, 1. Ito na yung tama. So ulit. So ito, 0, 0. Bago nito. And then ito, naging 1, 0. So ito, since nakita ng control qubit na 1 yung first qubit, papalitan niya ng 1 itong 0. So ang na-measure niya ngayon is 1, 1. Okay? Pero kung ito ay 1, so yun yung gawin natin. So magdadagdag ako ng yan. So makikita nyo na so ito ay 1, 1 at naging 0, 0, 1. Oh, by the way, dito sa notation, baliktad, ito yung first qubit and ito yung second qubit. Okay, so first qubit ito, and then second qubit yung nasa left. So yan. Medyo nakakalito lang pagdating sa pag kinocompute nyo by hand and then pag tinitignan nyo rito sa sa platform. Okay, so yan yung ginagawa nung CNAT. Okay, nung CNAT na gate. Okay, ano pa yung ibang gates na tinitignan natin? Okay, and yung Hadamard, or pag gusto natin na palitan yung control, okay, so tanggalin ko muna to. Okay, so gawin natin is, ito yung Hadamard dito, and then dyan, and Hadamard dito, saka Hadamard dito. Okay, so ito ngayon, okay, dito ang ginagawa nito is, dapat tanggalin ko to. Ang ginagawa nito is nagsiswitch. Okay, so ngayon, ito na yung control qubit, ito yung target qubit. Okay, so dito, ang control qubit is 1. Okay, so ginawa niyang 0. Okay, and then pag ginawa niyang 1, 1. Sorry, 1, 1 ito di ba? So may ano siya. So ito, 0, 0, and then pagdating dito is 1, 1. So ito ginawa niyang 0. Kasi nakita niya na 1 ito. And then pag tinanggal ko to, okay, okay, so 0 ito, 1 ito, nakita niya na 0 ito. So papalitan niya yun ng 1. So kaya 1, 1 yung sagot. Now, sometimes it's convenient to add something here. Okay. Ito, para lang hindi nakakalito kung ano nangyayari, we can add what's called a barrier. Okay, so lalagay kayo sa both gates. Yan. So para alam natin na ito muna yung process na gagawin, and then ito, isang process lang din tong nandito. Okay? So, yan. So naglalagay tayo ng barrier dyan. Okay? So ganyan yung nangyayari dito. And ito pinapakita dito yung probabilities at dito naman pinapakita yung nangyayari sa block sphere. Okay. So yan yung mga ginagawa ng control gates. Now, I'm going to show you one more circuit. Okay. And this circuit is actually a simple entanglement circuit. Okay. So, tanggalin ko muna lahat ito. Okay. So, and then for entanglement, we need one more. Okay. And then dalawa lang. Okay. So, for the entanglement circuit, ang gagawin natin is first, we apply Hadamard gate dito, and then we apply a CNAT gate dito. Okay. Now, anong ginawa dito? Or paano siya naging entangled? If you recall, ang entangled states is 0, 0, 1 over square root of 2 times 0, 0 plus 1, 1. Right? So makikita nyo ngayon yan dito. Ito yung 0, 0, and then ito yung 1, 1. Okay. Again, yung first qubit ay nasa right at yung last qubit ay nasa left. Okay, so ito yung 0, 0, 0 dito. And then ito, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so yun yung makikita nyo rito. Okay, and then yung probability nila is both 1, 1 half. Okay, so ito ay entangled states. And this is one of the Bell states. Okay? Okay, so yeah, so this is a simple representation of entanglement. How you can create an entangled state pagdating sa quantum circuits. Now, entangled states are important pagdating sa ano sa cybersecurity. Okay, so if you want to send a signal, okay, then first you need an entangled state. Okay, at tawag dito or one of the bell state. Okay. Kasi pag nag-send ng signal si Alice kay Bob, for example, okay, at tinignan nila kung ano yung states nila. Ang gusto nating mangyari is that Alice knows that she has a 1, for example, and that Bob knows that she has a 0. And then si Bob aware na yung kay Alice ay 1. Okay, so merong ganong klaseng tawag dito, idea pagdating sa pag-transfer ng information. Okay, so yeah, um, I think that's about yung gusto ko lang ipakita for this crash class. Okay, and I hope meron kayong nakuha, okay, or natutunan, or at least na spark yung interest niyo pagdating sa quantum computing. Marami pang ibang pwedeng gawin dito. And right now sa Mind Lab, okay, nagsisimula kami ng research, particularly sa cybersecurity. Okay, so we're building a tawag dito, quantum secure na cybersecurity na algorithm. Okay, at yun yung ginagawa ng isa sa mga fourth years ngayon na thesis niya. At least yun yung gusto niyang gawin. So if you want to learn more about this, especially yung especially yung ating mga uh, incoming third years, okay, so you're welcome to to just ask questions, okay, and if you want to work on small problems, or if you want to read articles related sa quantum computing, and then syempre papakonsult nyo kung tawag dito, kung anong kung tungkol saan yung article na yon, or if you simply want to learn more about quantum computing at saka yung applications niya, okay, pwede kayong magpa-consult. Okay, and just learn as much as you can. Okay, one more note, sa first semester, merong um, uh, yung course na Physics 195, alam niyo naman yun na it's special topics, and there's a chance na ako yung magtuturo, but may chance din na iba yung magtuturo, pero either of us, okay, will be, kung kahit na sino sa aming dalawa, ang course na yan will be on quantum computing. Pag ako nagturo, dadagdagan ko siya ng machine learning. Pero pag yung iba ang nagturo, ano lang siya, purely quantum computing lang yung gagawin niya. Okay, so malalaman natin yung sa first sem. Okay, kasi tignan natin kung ano yung kalalabasan dun sa faculty loading pagdating sa first sem. Okay, so if may mga questions ba kayo? Okay, so I hope yun nga, no, meron kayong natutunan dito na pick up, or at least na spark yung interest niyo, and yeah, and I guess I'll see you sa first semester or next week kung interesado kayo dun sa AI tools. Okay. So yun, siguro mas makaka-relate kayo doon dahil anong tawag dito? Gagamit tayo aside from ChatGPT, gagamit tayo ng iba pang marami pang iba na tools, okay, na pwede niyong gamitin sa education ninyo, sa academics, at saka kami sa teaching din. Okay. Okay, so thank you very much. Kung wala ng tanong, then yeah,
Thank you, sir. Good luck po.
sure. Okay, thank you.